What's going on, guys? I'm here in New York City where Samsung just held its Unpacked event where it announced the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, as well as the Galaxy Watch and the Bixby-powered smart speaker, the Galaxy Home. Now, the real star of today's show was the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. So let's take a first look. I'm Ricky with GSMArena, and here we go. Here is the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and it's barely the same size as the Note 8. However, Samsung managed to put a slightly larger 6.4-inch screen in roughly the same footprint. The Super AMOLED Infinity display has the same QHD+ resolution, and like the Galaxy S9, the Note 9 also gets the updated stereo loudspeakers. Meanwhile, the headphone jack isn't going anywhere, and that's the way many people like it. I'm impressed that Samsung was able to fit a larger screen and a massive 4000 mAh battery in the phone while still making it 0.6mm shorter, 0.2mm thicker, and only 1.6mm wider than the Note 8. Mind you, there's still plenty of space for the S Pen to fit all the way inside. The overall design of the Note 9 has been refined here. There are new diamond-cut beveled edges at the top and bottom ends of the phone, while the return of a metal frame with a matte finish gives a nice contrast to the overall look and feel of the Note 9. The Note 9 will use the same CPUs as the S9 Plus, either a Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 or Samsung's Exynos 8895, depending on your market. As for RAM, that'll depend on which storage option you choose. Samsung has doubled the amount of internal storage to 128GB, and that one comes with 6GB of RAM. Meanwhile, a 512GB model comes with 8GB of RAM. As someone who loves to record 4K video a lot, adding bigger storage options is the way to go, and Samsung is now leading that movement. Moving on, there's an updated dual camera setup, which is actually the same hardware brought over from the S9 Plus. A dual 12-megapixel camera setup with an aperture that can switch between f1.5 and f2.4. New to the Note 9, though, is Samsung's Scene Optimizer. What it does is adjust camera settings optimal for the scene being shot. It'll make meaningful adjustments to white balance and contrast while also using the correct camera settings. One other cool feature is flaw detection, which lets you know if the picture you just took might have someone with their eyes closed or may have been out of focus. This way, you realize it during the moment and not when it's too late and you can't take the shot again. While there is no fingerprint scanner under the display, Samsung did move the sensor's location. It's now under the camera cluster, so there's less of a chance that you'll smudge the camera, and it's easier to reach. Samsung's desktop experience gets more flexible in the ways you can connect to a monitor. You won't need to use a DeckStation to use the desktop mode. Now all you need is a USB-C to HDMI adapter, and you can use the phone's display as a trackpad. A keyboard will pop up whenever you need to add text. Not only this, but if you're watching a video or doing research while in DeX mode, you can still access the launcher and other apps from the device's screen simultaneously. The S Pen also gets a bunch of new features, including Bluetooth connectivity. You can use the button on the S Pen to launch the camera with a long press, then quick press to take a photo, and you can also do a double press to switch between the front and rear cameras. A few apps will have this remote input at launch, and Samsung says it will launch an SDK for any other developer who wants to implement remote functions with the S Pen to their apps. It only takes 40 seconds for the S Pen to become fully charged while it's inside the phone, and the charge is good for about 200 button presses, or about 30 minutes connected to Bluetooth. Of course, if you don't plan to use any of these features, you don't have to worry about any battery in the S Pen dying. Even if the charge is gone, you can still use the S Pen normally while it's in proximity of the touchscreen. The Note 9 will have 4 colors available globally: Midnight Black, Ocean Blue, which is the Note 9's signature color with that yellow S Pen, Lavender Purple, and my favorite, Metallic Copper. It's a darker version of gold, and it reminds me of like a dark beer, which really catches my eye. The Samsung Galaxy Note 9 will launch on August 24th with pre-orders starting tonight at midnight. You can get the 128GB model for $999 or the bigger 512GB model for $1249. Ouch. Let us know what you think of the Galaxy Note 9. I'm Ricky, signing off for GSMArena. Thanks for watching.